And we're live! Hello, hello, hello! And welcome back to a little stream of Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Oh, wait, oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. There we go. Oh, hopefully my controller will listen to me this time. Last time we finished off Yosuke's story and we started up Chie's. So I'm hoping we'll finish Chie's and possibly Yukiko's as well, because I've noticed now I think there are some cutscenes that I'm safe to skip. FHO. Oh, hello again. Twitch being problematic. I know the feeling. This is my, I think it's my third Twitch account. I got locked out of one because I had issues with my email address that just apparently ended up not being compatible. And the other one... Oh yeah, the other one's connected to my Google account that I ended up deleting. Where were we? Scene 1 for Chie. I believe we had just left off with them entering the TV again. So it should be good to get started. Oh, we're at the front gate again. So this is where we fought. Does this mean we're going to be fighting Yosuke first again? Like in his story? Leaked my Discord? Oh, that's not good. When I wake up, I notice I'm lying on the ground. Quickly get up and make sure I'm alright. Okay, I don't hurt anywhere. It's been a while since I had to enter TV, but there was something different this time. There isn't that usual sensation of falling forever. No, actually, Yosuke woke up inside the school in one of the classrooms, didn't he? I cautiously check my surroundings. And I'm awestruck.
Is this our school?
Looks like it. That's the gate to Yasugami High School. I should know it. I go there almost every day. Hey, didn't the TV world turn into some beautiful place when we finished the case? Did it change back? Oh yeah, that's right, that did happen at the end of Persona 4, didn't it?
Hey, what do you guys...
Nope, you're all alone, Chie, I feel. I turn around expecting to see my friends nearby. But lo and behold, there's nobody there.
Where'd they go? Hey! Is anyone there?
Is there no student crowd this time for Chie? I call out, but there's no answer. There isn't even an echo. My voice just disappears as if the sound has been sucked away. Usually, we'd come out together when we went in through the same TV. Yukon, Yosuke, Yukiko. There's a lot of Y names. I just made me realize in the original party. Where did they all go? I anxiously look around, but there's no one.
Where is this?
I know I'm in the TV world, so why does it look like Yasugami High? It's all these weird decorations all over the place. Like the week before the cultural festival, but different. Huh? That reminds me. What was on the Midnight Channel? Not the people, but...
What was it? The P1 Grand Prix?
Okay, so Chie is remembering a lot more than Yosuke when he came in. Just as I say that, smoke suddenly gushes from the sides of the big monitor set up near the school gate.
Whoa. Hey! What is this?
Nope, hello. Oh, no, we say first.
It's time to get our
I was expecting the general.
started.
Is that... Rise-chan?
A loud cheer accompanies her voice. Where's that coming from? There shouldn't be any people here. I look around wildly while Rise-chan continues on the screen.
There's no need for manners or courtesy or anything today, so let it all hang out. Tell us how you really feel. I, Reset, will be your commentator. But first, the General would like to say a few words.
Hello, General.
Commentator? General?
It seems the time has come. I'm proud to announce the opening of our very own
Very one.
Grand Prix.
I've heard that pun too many times at this stage.
The General is Teddy?
Not quite. The General. Oh, question? Go ahead. Shoot. Oh. We came here because we were worried that something had happened to him, but now this stupid bear's up to shenanigans?
Hey, you! What are you doing? What's all this about?
Welcome, Chie-chan. You must now strive to become the champion among all fighters.
Champion among all fighters?
Yep.
You don't mean we're gonna fight each other like it said on the Midnight Channel, do you?
Nope, that's exactly what's happening.
You're quick to understand. I bet you're already aching to get started, huh?
Hey, enough with the sick joke. Everyone's worried about you, you know.
I wouldn't know about that. Bring out the first challenger!
Okay, I'm guessing Yosuke? On cue, the smoke gushes out of the monitor again. Oh wait, someone's stepping out of it. It's you could. Oh, whoa, we're starting with you? So I'm not alone in here. I rush over to him with relief.
Ugh, thank goodness you're okay.
What's Chie's
I guess I got
misunderstanding with you,
separated from everyone
with
else.
you going to be?
Anyway, listen. I found Teddy, but he's not making any sense at all. He's telling us to fight against each other.
Not making any sense?
Oh, he laughs slightly at my words and suddenly draws his weapon.
What's wrong?
Aren't you gonna prepare yourself? The P1 Grand Prix already started.
Yep. I see my own dumbfounded face reflected in his blade. This is all so sudden. I can't understand what's happening. Prepare myself? Does that mean we're going to fight? I'm going to fight Yukon?
Hey, well, what's gotten into you? Seriously, I can't fight you.
Why?
Why?
You're naturally violent, though. That's why you want to become a police officer. So you can be violent on the job.
Oh.
The serving and protecting thing is just...
That's gonna...
What are you saying?
The words are even more of a shock. Is this really Yukon? I look at him over and over again from the top of his head to the tips of his toes. But that's him. Our leader. I'd know him anywhere. When I can't say anything in response to him, he sneers coldly at
You
me.
just want to act strong, no? So you don't have to face
That's worse, a
yourself.
VTuber that makes their avatar disc mod fedora glasses and everything. Pickpocket 80 with a lid? What's worse? Roblox tick. I mean, I don't know if I can make a value judgment on that one. Make it. I mean, I can't say anything about VTubers because I am one myself. So, see, the only thing I'd say is maybe the TikToker, but that's purely because I don't like TikTok. I don't use it. I never plan to. But, yeah, kind of superficial things like that. I don't feel you can, make judgments on. You'd have to actually judge on based on their content.
The real you is weak. You can't protect anyone. You're so pitiful, it's a struggle to protect yourself.
Have you seen a Roblox TikTok? I have probably not. Like I say, I don't use TikTok at all, so I only see the occasional ones that crop up on that get ported to YouTube. It's so pitiful. Everything I'd been worked up over the past year all comes rushing back to me. Before, I'd wanted to be strong to protect people who were close to me, but at the same time, I was using that strength as a crutch. I was depending on that power to keep people from seeing my inner weakness. It was a painful truth about myself, but I learned it over the course of the case. And I wanted to turn away from it. Ooh.
But I'm different now.
Are we gonna get this? I mean, it makes sense not seeing you, Shadow, because you didn't have a shadow in the game itself, but are we gonna go... Are all the other party members going to confront their shadows again? That's not who I am anymore. I thought Yukon would understand that better than anyone. So why is he saying that?
Did you always think that about me? Even though you were with me when I faced my shadow?
Did he change when he went back to the city? Did he forget about us? Did that year we spent together not matter anymore to him? I don't get it. It makes no sense at all.
Looks like things are heating up. Well then, let's get this show started.
Oh, I've just noticed the TV brand is Mayonaga.
You heard her.
Oh.
Face me. Or die.
You okay there, you? Yukon slowly raises his hand. I know what he's about to do. Fought by his side for so long. That movement. It's a persona summoning. Oh.
You're serious.
I will have to have a look after the stream, unfortunately. I do want to keep the screen focused on the game for now. I brace for a fight and concentrate my senses for the first time in a while. I call out to my inner self. If Yukon is serious, then I have to give this my all too. Come, Tomoe. My persona!
If you've forgotten, then I'll make you remember. Here goes!
Oh. Place a bookmark. Alrighty. Scene 2. Round 1. Righty. I'm getting a little more confident with the gameplay side of this. I still can't do the double... Ow! Oh, I thought he broke my persona for a moment there. Oh, no, there you go. Okay, no persona. There. There we go. Ooh, I still need to... I need to redo those tutorials and get better, I think, at interrupting those combos, learning to break out of them. I beat Yukon? Maybe, but it doesn't make me happy at all. I try my best to fight back the tears that well up in my eyes. That's when I noticed there are other students gathered around us. No, I take a better look. These aren't students. They aren't even human. Whatever they are, they're only shaped like people. I was so absorbed in the fight that I didn't pay any attention to them, but I vaguely remember seeing them while we were fighting. What are they? They look like people's silhouettes. Could they be shadows? Still, they're not attacking me. Is this some stage effect Teddy's doing? I try to think about this, but in the end, I turn to Yukon, who's down on his knees. It's no use. I can't think of anything to say right now. And even though my mind's a mess, Teddy shows him on the monitor and starts being a total ass.
That was an amazing fight! Good job in defeating Sensei, Chie-chan! That's our #1 thug!
Oh
What
no.
is this? Really what you want? Why did you make me fight him?
Oh, but I'm sure you know why, Chie-chan. Be looking forward to your next opponent!
This one's feeling rough on Chie. The monitor turns off. The students around us seem to have lost interest. They leave the area too. What does he mean I know why we're fighting? I'm imagining now that probably given that this seems to be how they're going attacking Chie, it's probably going to be making us fight Yukiko last.
Ow.
Oh, how are you? You okay? I almost rushed over to help him stand up, but my feet stop. I still don't know how to deal with what he said earlier. But I need to talk to him. Yeah. My mind's still all jumbled, but I have to say something.
I'm sorry about earlier. I didn't hold back at all. It must have hurt.
You held out back a little bit. You could have used Galactic Punt.
But come on. Weren't you being a little too hard on me?
Yeah, same to you. Although, I kinda get why you'd say that.
Oh.
Huh?
Yukon sounds like he's pounding as he scratches his head. Wait a second. Shouldn't I be the one pounding right now?
Sort this out. There's too much going on that we don't understand.
So what did you hear us saying?
Oh, right.
Excuse me? He sounds calm like usual, which helps me cool down a bit. Yeah, this is the usual Yukon. But why was he talking like that before? I still don't know how to deal with that, but he's right. We need to sort out what's going on here.
First,
Oh.
the TV world reflects people's hearts, right? This time, it's turned into Yasugami High.
If the same rules as
Yep.
last year apply, then someone related to Yasugami High may have entered.
Maybe. I don't think we've been given any reason to believe Labrys is actually related to the high school.
Where does that get us?
I don't know, but we're forced to participate in this Grand Prix and fight one another.
That host really was Teddy. And Rise-chan's
he
announcement
wasn't.
seemed like she was trying to rile us up too.
But there's no way it can be them.
Yukon sounds determined. Hearing him talk with such conviction makes me feel relieved for some reason. Yeah, he's right. Neither Teddy nor Rise-chan would do this to us. Teddy does harass the girls, and he's always causing trouble as if everything's a game to him, but he'd protect us with his life when it counts. Rise-chan would too. She's a friend who would do everything she could for us. It's impossible that they'd want to make us fight our friends like
Have you
this.
seen Yosuke and the others?
No, not yet. We all entered the TV together too.
I see. Let's meet up with the others first. We'll deal with this new mystery after that.
You won't be coming with us, unfortunately. Yukon is amazing as ever. It's not just he's always calm and smart, but he helps others figure out what's most important. He and I start walking to the school together. But, yep,
What's wrong?
invisible walls. Yukon suddenly clutches his face and stomps for no reason. I wasn't looking beside me, but it sounded like he ran into something. But there's nothing here, right? He slowly raises his hands and walks forward, and his arms meet resistance in midair. It's like there's a wall right there.
I got
But
through okay.
I waved my arm through the space where his arms have stopped. Yeah, it went right through. There's nothing here. When Yukon sees that, he looks surprised. What does this mean? While he and I look to each other confused, the monitor comes back on. Oh, the general back to explain that only the winner can go on.
Oops, I'm so forgetful. No matter how much you try, you can't go any further, Sensei.
Huh?
Actually, no one who loses a match can leave.
Yep.
Only the winner can move on. Those are the rules. Comprende?
Yep, I'm familiar with the rules. The monitor turns off just as suddenly as it turned on. Oh. He's watching us, but he doesn't care to listen to anything we have to say? Isn't that selfish? Still, only the winner can move on, huh? If that's not some goofy plot out of a TV show, I don't know what is. What in the world does he want from us? I mean, if there's something like a wall here, then...
Sona!
Oh, yo, you's going serious, trying to break out of here. Yukon summons his persona, he has it slashed where he couldn't pass through. I was thinking the same thing, but damn, a little heads up would be nice. I should summon my persona too and see if that helps. Wait, I can't touch this wall myself though. After a number of tries, Yukon exhales deeply and shrugs.
It's no use. Looks like these rules can't be broken.
Then
Seems that way.
If I concentrate on attacking a single spot, I may be able to break through. But you can't wait around for that. You'll have to go on without me. It's in your hands now.
Moving on alone again. You just want me to leave you
What's
here?
wrong?
Huh? Oh, so sorry. I'm just nervous. You're better at solving cases and things, so I'm like, can I do this on my own? It really would have been better if I had lost, huh? Great.
Oh. Now that I say it out loud, it's true. I mean, he's so much smarter than me, and calmer, and stronger. So if you compare him to me, I don't get what he said earlier out of my head. A weak, pitiful person.
It's not like you. Weren't you gonna protect everyone?
That's when he puts his hand on my shoulder. I look up and he's smiling like he's trying to cheer me up.
Don't worry. Believe in yourself. You can save them.
I...
Plus, rushing headlong into things is your specialty, right?
Hey, that's mean.
But that's what's best about you, Chie. You're honest and straightforward.
I know he's just kidding, but you feel better now. We don't know what Yukiko or Yosuke are doing right now either.
I'll get going then. I'll be back with the rest of the guys to save you. Just wait for us.
If I'm the only one who can go on, then that's just what I have to do. I'm the only one who can do this, so I will do it, because I'm the only one who can. Or something. It kind of makes sense. Everything should be that simple. I waved one last time back to Yukon before running into the school building. Onward to round 3. No, round 2. Yeah, this is only round 2. I'm getting ahead of myself. No problems getting inside the school, but where do I go now? Running around aimlessly may be dangerous. I stop and think for a moment. Let's see here. The clues I have right now are... Oh yeah, how Teddy shows up on the monitor sometimes. That means he's being filmed live somewhere, right? Where could he be doing that? As my mind is running flat out, I catch a familiar figure out of the corner of my eye. That eye-searing combination of blue and red. It can only be... Teddy?
Is that fair?
Oh. Oh? Labrys? Hello? What the... He didn't even notice me. Just went up the stairs like I hadn't said anything. And he wasn't alone. There was a girl in a Yasugami High uniform with him, but who was that? Rise-chan? No, that wasn't her. Anyway, I need to go after him.
Hey, get back here!
Nope. The bell?
Third year, class 2, Chie Satonaka.
Hello,
How are
Rise.
things going? I have a message from the general. Your next battle is about to begin,
Nope.
so don't go anywhere.
No, do I have a choice? Nope. Despite my anger, I stop when I hear Rise-chan. and a monitor in the hallway turns on. This time Teddy wasn't in a costume. Wait, what? I thought I'd just seen Teddy and he wasn't wearing anything like
How
that.
did you change so fast?
What are you talking about? I'm the general, so I'm always wearing this uniform. Don't you think I look sharp, Chie-chan?
I mean, to be fair, the uniform is just a hat, a cape, and a cigar. Yukon said that there was no way Teddy could be behind us, and I really want to believe it. But that looks and sounds just like him. My brain's a mess.
I'll head straight to where you are and ask you in person.
You really don't seem to get it, Chie-chan. This is a Grand Prix, and your next battle is coming up. Haven't you been listening?
I don't care about your stupid Grand Prix. I don't want to fight anymore.
I don't think we have a choice, Chie.
How thick can you be? Don't you know this Grand Prix is for you?
Oh, okay, yeah, again, that's the same thing that they were saying to Yosuke, so I'm imagining that there's going to be Shadow Chie will show up again. What's he talking about? All this fighting is for me? I'm about to laugh, but I get a tight feeling in my chest. I didn't want to hear what he was going to say next, so I forced the conversation onto a different track.
Who is that girl back there?
Never mind her. Worry more about the opponent coming up. Come on, we're about to get started.
I'm still thinking Yosuke? I asked that question out of desperation, but it worked. Eddie seems flustered. Huh, so there's something he doesn't want me to find out.
Now bring out the next challenger.
Oh. There's the smoke. I want to ask him about that girl again, but smoke suddenly floods the air and I can't see the monitor anymore. Last time this happened, Yukon came out of the smoke. Who's it going to be this time then? I see a shadow through the haze. Yosuke?
There
Oh,
you are, you Venisonian. Let's do this with everything we've got.
hello?
What's wrong with loving meat? Wait, that's not what I meant to say. You mean you want to fight too?
Well, this is the P1 Grand Prix, you know. Since you're training to be a police officer, let me see some of your skills.
Yosuke smirks and makes a sarcastic salute. His expression is so cold and filled with malice. He's making fun of me. It's happening again. I can't help but be at a loss. Maybe this is a shadow or something? I mean, I don't want to think that Yosuke himself could make that face at me, but isn't it odd that a shadow would want to attack somebody other than the person it's trying to be? Then maybe this is the real Yosuke.
Hey, let's not do this.
Huh? You're not gonna show me your kung fu? Well, I guess it is pretty useless.
It's not useless. I train myself so I can protect people.
I shout back, he just gets even more obnoxious.
Kiss my ass. You're just a brat who wants to be a hero. You say you want to become a police officer, but come on. I bet you're not even studying. Just stay home and play pretend. That way you won't get yourself hurt. Cowardly Chie-chan can't face reality after all.
Oh dear.
That's not...
I can't finish that sentence. I can't say that he's not right. Yosuke's saying the same thing Yukon said earlier. The weakness in me that I thought I'd overcome last year begins to throb painfully. That's when Rise-chan laughs over the PA system as if she's watching us right now.
Ooh, has the carnivore been defanged? This battle might be over before it starts.
That wouldn't be any fun though, right? You gotta show off your kung fu pride.
Oh. This is just like what happened with Yukon earlier. That's right. The air around him changed after I fought him. I'm sure it'll be the same this time too. Actually, that's all I can hope for. I tapped the ground with my toes. Yeah, I'm still fast and light. My heart is heavy, but I can't let that stop me now.
Come get me. I'll beat some sense into you.
Oh. Place a bookmark? We will indeed. Round 2. Chie versus Yosuke.
Final. Fight.
No, you don't. I'm taking the first strike. No, you don't. Oh, you're Frost. It's nearly a perfect victory.
Close to the final round. Victory is theirs.
Place a bookmark. Alrighty. Chapter 5. Or Scene 5 even.
Ooh, you truly are a beast! We'll be looking forward to seeing your brutal kicks in the next battle, too!
That one's going to be an interesting one, because that'll be versus Yukiko, and that's someone Chie probably least wants to fight. I wonder if it turns off before I can say anything. But before I deal with that bear, I need to deal with Yosuke right here. I mean, I can't just let him insult me.
So, how'd you like the taste of my kung fu?
7th account, first 3 forgot the password. See, I forgot the password for my first account, but because I was using a Yahoo email at the time, apparently the Twitch password reset, password recovery email doesn't send to Yahoo. So I've just been permanently locked out of that one.
Sure, sometimes studying's a pain, but I still do it. It's not about wanting to be a hero. I'm serious about this.
And why'd you have to bring up stuff about Saki-senpai?
Ooh.
That's driving the knife in too far.
Yeah, that would definitely have gotten Yosuke fighting.
What are you saying, Yosuke? When were we talking about your convictions?
Dude, what are you saying? Why did you start this hero talk all of a sudden?
Huh? We both look at each other and cock our heads, confused. This happened last time, too. After Yuka and I fought, we were confused about what had happened before the fight. What he said afterwards didn't make any sense either. It's like we were having completely different conversations before the fight. I feel like something's been casting a spell on me. My anger drains away when I have that realization. Yosuke just shrugs it off and suggests that we talk about sharing what we found out about this place. But Yosuke just acted surprised. I wasn't expecting him to be this clueless.
This isn't Yasugami High?
Oh no. Really? You thought this was the real Yasugami High?
Hello? We jumped into the TV together? How could you forget that?
I knew he was acting weird from the beginning, but to completely forget that you've jumped into a TV? Seriously, what's gotten into him? As I stare at him in disbelief, Yosuke scratches his head.
Oh, I see. My brain's been kind of scrambled.
Yep. Well, at least that's consistent with what happened in your own
I
story.
get thrown into this Grand Prix thing, and then you keep rubbing salt into my old wounds.
Oh, come on. You did the same thing to me.
Wait, what's going on? You sound normal now, but before the fight.
The same thing happened a little while ago. Yukon started saying weird things, we fought, and then things were back to normal once it was over.
Could this be another one of those rules in this world?
I think it's just a way to convince us to fight. That may be it. I snap my fingers when the idea hits me. It's a rule that we have to fight each other. Another rule is that only the winner can move on. Then maybe there's yet another rule about how the situation changes to force us to fight.
But who would make rules like that?
I did believe it would be the general. Well, who makes the decisions around here? Teddy, who's calling himself the general? Or Rise-chan, the announcer? There's no way either of them would want to make us go through
Could there
this.
be some bad guy out there making us crazy?
A certain face comes to mind. That girl who was with Teddy in the stairway. When I asked him about her, he seemed to avoid the topic. It smells fishy.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Yosuke.
Excuse me. Oh, bit of a yawn. Oh. I tell Yosuke about the girl I saw. It appears that he knows who I'm talking about
I
too.
met that girl too. Our ponytailed student council president, right?
Student council president? Oh, we must be talking
Oh.
about different people. Our
Yep.
president is a guy.
In Useroot as well, Chie was remembered quite clearly that it was...
Seriously?
Yep.
Dude, the elections were just last week. You can't even remember their gender?
Oh, I slept right through all that. But if that's true, then is she lying about being the student council president?
Yes and no.
Why would she do that?
I don't know.
He
But I'm
believes she's the
positive
student council
she's not
president.
the real president. And isn't it suspicious that she's inside the TV?
Good point. Let's go see what's up, Chie.
You won't be seeing anything, Yosuke. Other than the shoe loggers. Yosuke jumps up and starts to rush away, but...
Yosuke!
Boom. Youch! Face first into an invisible wall. That's gotta hurt.
Sorry. I forgot to tell you, but it seems like only the winner gets to go on.
Why didn't you tell me sooner? My nose is all flattened now.
Ka, it's fine.
But, man, I can't get through. Damn it. Guess I'm stuck waiting here.
Yes, you are.
Oh no.
What is it?
Yosuke suddenly looks extremely serious. Is he gonna say something like that he needs the toilet or something? Is there another problem that I haven't noticed? Yosuke can be surprisingly perceptive at times. Maybe there's some new danger.
What am I supposed to do if I need to use the bathroom?
Yep.
That again.
Oh, now I feel like an idiot for assuming the best of him. Well, that's the kind of guy Yosuke is.
Oh well. rest is up to you, Chie. You're the only one who can solve this case and save my bladder.
Huh? Oh, right. I don't think that second thing's an actual problem, though.
Well, in any case, I'll be counting on you. Sorry,
Alrighty.
I wish I could help you. But I'm sure you can save the others.
Yeah. I'll do my best.
Make sure you think before you act, okay? Going with your gut isn't that bad, but you tend to lose control pretty easily.
Shut up. I'll solve this in no time.
Yeah, I feel this next encounter is going to go quite interestingly. Even I know that. I yell back at him, Yosuke gives me a bright smile.
That's the spirit. That president girl was headed to the announcement room. I'll be waiting to hear good news from you.
Off we go. Oh yeah, the announcement room. Finally have an answer to the question I was thinking about before the fight interrupted my train of thought. You have to be able to broadcast an image if it's going to show up on the monitors. So they have to be in the announcement room. I think Yosuke and start running. Yukon, Yosuke, and Teddy and Rise-chan too. The reason why everyone's acting all weird has to be because there's some bad guy pulling the strings. When I think about it that way, my spirits lift and my footsteps get much lighter. Of course, that girl's on my list of suspicious people too. It's better to have an objective in mind when going into things after all.
Announcement room, here I come.
Off we go. If there really is a bad guy in there, I'll catch him and get my answers. About this world, why we're being forced to fight, and what this battle being for me stuff is supposed to mean. Place a bookmark. On to scene 6. Wait, is this we're starting scene 6 or starting scene... I think this is starting scene 7.
Oh, this is insane.
Oh, the invisible wall maze. Although I was super confident when I set off, I'm having some trouble now. Only the winner can go on. I figured that only the losers would run into those invisible walls. Man, was I wrong. Those stupid things are all over the place. Every path I've taken so far has been blocked. I got up one of the sets of stairs to the 2nd floor, but I can't even get close to any of the stairs to the 3rd floor. The announcement room's on the 3rd floor. Not only that, but this school is a complete mess. Some hallways go on forever, and one wrong turn, and suddenly I'm in the practice building again. Actually, is the announcement room even on the 3rd floor in this place? Oh.
Ow! Sheesh! Another wall?
I changed directions and mumbled to myself. Could there be some kind of fixed route through? There'd better be a way into the main stronghold. Ooh, excuse me? This is I'm thinking that.
Who was that?
Oh, I saw something red as I passed the hallway. It was a person. I hurry back and look again. For a second I thought it might be Yukiko, but that wasn't her height. And I'm pretty sure that was a man. And the way that red cloth is billowing? Was that a cape?
Really? A cape.
What? Chie, capes are awesome. I must be seeing things. Nobody would really walk around outside dressed like some cheesy superhero, right? Chie. Yes. If I had the option, I would be doing so. Wait, this isn't outside, we're in the TV world. Maybe that was a shadow. If he's human, then that means there's another mysterious person walking around, along with that fake student council president. What's going on? I gotta check this out. Oh, excuse me. I cautiously head back to where I saw that red thing a moment ago. I peek around the corner and see... Oh, hello, you're, what's... Akihiko, isn't it? You're one of the Persona 3 people. We're meeting you early this time. It is a person. Oh man, that is a cape. He's actually wearing a cape. Seriously. And a red cape even? Wait, so who is he? Be honest, he's way too suspicious. As I'm debating whether to call out to him or not, the guy takes a fighting stance and strikes out at nothing. Oh. Oh, that was insane. Is he punching the invisible walls? It looked like a crazy strong punch, but even that didn't do anything to the wall. The guy in the cape stomps and thinks to himself for a while, then looks around while muttering to himself.
I knew it. Whoever set this up only thought about blocking people's paths. Anywhere there already was a real wall got overlooked.
Oh. Hey, he opened a window. I didn't know they opened.
I'll just go another way.
What?
The cape guy suddenly jumps out the window.
Wait. How'd you... I mean, you can do that?
To be fair, that he's put a bit of thought into this. If there's invisible walls inside the building, why not try outside the building? I hurry over to the window the guy just leaped out of. I look around to see where he must have landed, but he's nowhere to be seen. Actually, I can't see the ground from here. Is there even anything to land on down
I
there?
wonder if he's okay.
Oh. Oh, I'm really yawning now. A fragrant, irresistible aroma flows in from the land outside. The smell! Steak! Oh, I breathe deep, letting myself feel the steakiness in the air seeping into my body. That smell. Not just steak. A steak bowl! The special version of the steak bowl served at Aya. Freshly cooked rice and that juicy meat that I love so much. There's no way my nose could have mistaken the aroma of the Aya special steak bowl.
So hungry.
Reminds me, all I've had to eat today was a rice bowl for breakfast. I didn't get anything at the food court, and I forgot that Yukiko had made us all lunch too. Then again, I'm not sure if I would have eaten it then, but I'd sure eat it now. I'd scarf it down with both hands. I'm not kidding, that's how hungry I am right now.
Jeez, I'm practically drooling. Should I try jumping down from here too?
That feels like a bad idea. Oh no. This, compared to all the other choices we've had in the game, this one I feels like it actually might make a difference. No, you can't continue a tournament. You can't save the world on an empty stomach. Risk your life for steak. Oh. I make up my mind and jump out the window. I feel like I'm floating. It's sort of like how it feels when I enter the TV. Everything goes dark, and when I wake up, I'm lying on the ground. Where am I now? This doesn't look like it's on the school grounds. Wait, is that a convenience store over there? Yeah, that's it. I know that store. It's the one closest to the school, though it's pretty far on foot. It's not like you could get there by just jumping out a window from the school. What's going on? But this place...
Steak bowl!
I sniff around to get another whiff of that incredible steak bowl laden air. I'm suddenly reminded of the way Teddy sniffs around when he's searching for something, but it works. I can follow the invisible trail of beefy goodness. It leads me to the brawny back of the guy in the red cape.
Don't tell me. Is he a rival meat lover?
Oh no. The rich smell of the steak bowl assaults my sense of smell, even as the sight of the guy in the cape through the store window assaults my eyesight. The magnificent smell of the steak bowl is calling to me. Wait, I need to see who that red cape guy is. He's... No. No! Oh no. There's only one steak bowl left on the shelf and he's reaching for it. My god. He's going to buy the lost steak bowl.
Hold it right there!
Oh. Is this why we're fighting? I crash through the doors and snatch the steak bowl away in an instant before the guy in the cape can touch it. This is an Aya steak bowl. Even better, it's the super special steak bowl. What's it doing in a convenience store? Maybe there's some deal going on between Aya and the store to sell their steak bowls? Oh man, Mr. Aya, that's just good business. I'll make so much black ink from this move.
Wait, that's mine. I saw it first.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Oh no. The guy with the cape glares at me with murder in his eyes. But I'm not backing off. I mean, this is stake on the line
If
here.
you hadn't yelled like that, I would have gotten it before you.
Well, there's no way to know that for sure. In any case, this super special steak bowl from Aya is mine.
Now I know I really can't let you have it. That's from Umiyushi. It's
Oh.
their ultra super beef bowl. If you can't even tell the dishes apart, you have no right to steal my meat.
What? Excuse me? This is from Aya. How would I mistake it from
We
somewhere
computer right now.
else?
Good hard. Oh, I have zero knowledge about computer stuff. My current computer was built only off of advice from friends.
So, you think you know your meats, do you?
Oh. The guy smirks at that. Smirk, or the dangerous smile of a shark. I almost flinch from the aura of danger this guy's giving off, but this guy knows nothing about meat. His muscles have to be all show. I glare back at him without giving in. The guy eventually makes a decision.
Alright, let's take this outside. We'll see who's more worthy of that bowl.
Wow. This is the first time in real life I've been told to take something outside. All right. Let's do this.
Oh. Okay, I feel we're getting sidetracked from the main story, but... The guy in the red cape throws some money on the counter and puts the food in a bag. SD in a 5 by 20 by 50? That means next to nothing to me. We then leave the store and hang the bag from a nail in a nearby telephone pole. It hangs there, tempting me. A prize like a championship belt, but made of steak. Only the victor gets to bask in the true glory of Aya protein.
Teach you a true appreciation for meat. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, micro SDs are tiny.
I'm ready. The question is, are you? I'll pound you. I'll tenderize you.
I suppose you could say this is the highest stakes battle we've had so far. Chie versus Akihiko. Alrighty.
Final. Fight.
Not bad.
Ow! Oh, ouch, that hurts. It's 5,000?
I'm not giving up.
You do a lot of blocking, my friend. Nope. There we go. I never win. Place a bookmark. I will place a bookmark. Micro SDs with 50 micro SDs laying on top of each other. It's a hard drive just made of micro SDs.
All right. You're mine
Nope.
now.
I won! Take ball. I rush over to grab the bag. No, the championship belt hanging from the telephone pole. It's mine, all mine! It had luscious meat under the... Oh, I hid the window. Under that, the blindingly white rice covered in the delicious juice.
Oh man, that wonderful smell. Oh, I'm in heaven. Well, chow time.
Someone's staring at me. I turn around. The red kid guy's on his knees, glaring at me with the fury of 1,000 million suns. It's hard to eat with all that hate being aimed in my direction. I can hear his stomach too. It's rumbling like a wild animal. So he's hungry, just like me. Deny him steak. No. Chie is the bigger person. We will share.
I'll give you some too, if you stop glaring at me like that.
I hold the bowl out to him. I can't keep my hands from shaking in regret as I offer the precious gift of my meat to this total stranger. I'm glad Sapphire's not in shot at the moment. I don't want to do this. I really don't want to, but I can understand the pain that comes from being so close to steak, only to have it cruelly snatched away. You've even fought over it. I understand the depths of his love of beef. Even then, the bowl shakes as I hand it out to him. The red kid guy swallows hard and reaches out. He suddenly snatches his hand back at the last moment and suddenly stands up.
Fun of me. I'm not taking your
Oh.
pity.
Oh, he's gone. Well, now I can eat without any regrets. I can't hold back my excitement as I tear off the lid from the super special steak bowl. Oh my, what beautiful presentation. This is the kind of thing you'd never see at the real Ire unless both the owner and Aige-chan are at their very best. The marbled fat of the steak looks even more alluring than usual. I must have it. It consumes me. Just looking at it fills me with joy, and I'm near the point of placing it on the ground and bowing to it.
Chow time.
Oh boy. It is fun. It is kind of amusing getting to see Chie's love for steak from a first-person perspective. 5 petabyte? That's like a stupid amount of data storage. Like far more than any normal person should need. I'm making do quite fine with, I think I've got 5 terabytes in total on my PC. Having to eat with split chopsticks is annoying, but here comes the first bite. Your 5 petabytes, that's literally more than 1,000. What?
Dude, why were you passed out on the floor holding a convenience store bag?
Huh? Is this Jeunesse? Yosuke? Wait, what's going on?
Convenience store bag.
Where's my steak bowl?
Steak bowl?
You mean that crushed food packet you had? We threw it away, duh.
You were gonna eat something you found in the TV world? You're really brave.
Did I fail? I realized that there's more than just Yosuke and Yukiko here. Yukin's here too. And Kanji-kun and Rise-chan and Teddy? Even Naoto-kun's here. When did they all get together?
Oh, so the case...
It's solved.
Oh.
Yes, thoroughly.
Oh.
Huh?
Wait a second. It's solved? All of it?
While you were chasing your steak, we were hard at work.
Chie-senpai.
Oh no.
You are a carnivore.
Oh no. Oh no.
Well...
Choosing steak actually sacrificed the mission.
Job's over. You can go get some steak now.
Yukon smiles kindly. No, he doesn't. His eyes aren't smiling. Not at all. I slowly turn around to look at everyone else. They all have the same look. Their mouths are smiling, but they're looking down at me coldly. I'm sorry, Chie. I look up at the sky to escape their glaring and laugh painfully to myself. Ah, I'm so hungry. Steak. End. Oh no, it's not even a to be continued. I'm sorry, Chie. I made a mistake. Right, okay, I feel I need to try this again. But, I can skip through... I can skip through until, ooh. Back to the decision. Yeah, we don't need to see the cutscene. Oh. Next path selection, only previously. Okay, so it won't even let me skip if I haven't seen it already. That's good. Doo-doo-doo. I'm glad there is a skip option. Ooh. Actually no, I don't need to. Yeah, bookmark. Moment. Ooh, do I still have to go through to fight myself? No, we don't need a bookmark. Alrighty, I guess we have to do the fights again.
Final. Fight.
Okay. I'm tempted to just one rule assumes if you start throwing shit, you can't complain when they insult you back. Ooh. So I just, in general, I try to stay away from insulting people in gen. Ow! Not close enough. Ow! Ow! Can you stop? Just spam the same attacks over again. There we go. You agreed. Okay, first battle over. Forward. Okay, at least I only have 2 fights, because I never got to fight 3, did I? Oh, no, but yeah. Well, no, I did get to fight against Akihiko, but... Yeah, I won't be doing that this time, because I'll be ignoring him. Hello, Yusuke.
Final. Fight.
Ow, ow, ow. I've seen people throwing all this. Yeah. I feel that's all. I feel it's just a good old adage of, you know. Yeah, don't start what you're not prepared to finish. No, that's not the right one. Ow. Ow. I plan to. I'll punt someone. There we go. Goodbye, Yosuke.
Your muscles are insane.
Be water.
Just punt him into the stratosphere. Alrighty. Okay, now we should be getting close to the decision. Keep searching. Here we go.
Bad Chie.
Yes.
I need to focus on teddy cuts over steak cuts right now.
Yes.
I mean, just teddy. I gotta stop getting sidetracked and go to the announcement room.
I slammed the window shut and forced myself to turn away from the temptation of steak. Goodbye, I, a special steak bowl. Our love is not meant to be. For now. Once this case is solved, I'm going to treat myself to a steak bowl as a reward for all my hard work.
Here I go.
I'm suddenly motivated beyond anything I felt today. That doofus in the cape. Who could he be? Is he just not in the story? Is that the only place he appears? Does he just show up, smell steak, and leave? The announcement room should be on the 3rd floor of the classroom building, but I somehow ended up on the 1st floor of the practice building by the music room. How did I go downstairs when I was trying to go up? Like, you don't date the paint. Yeah, I suppose, yeah. This is all because of those stupid invisible walls. You go all the way around this stupid school to get anywhere. It makes me so mad. For whatever reason, I have to go into this room now. Follow hard. I bet there's another one of those monitors in here. And another fight waiting for me.
Opponent.
Yeah. While I was running around, I had calmed down and I've come to a realization. I've been forced to fight Yukon and Yosuke. I came into the TV world with one more person.
Ugh. No use worrying about it.
I would worry. You know that she'll be under the enemy's control when we see each other. If we don't fight, I'll never be able to look Yukon and Yosuke in the face again. He trusted me with solving this case. Ooh, the thing is, Yukiko could say some things that really would hurt Chie. I make up my mind and enter the music room. As I expected, the large monitor near the ceiling blinks on when I shut the door behind me. Again, it's Teddy in that weird getup. I'm used to it by now. I'd say that, just because someone's a professional fighter doesn't necessarily mean they're a violent person.
Jeez, I was getting tired of waiting for you. You're such a tease, Chie-chan.
Then you should have made it easier to get to where I was going. All these invisible walls are a pain in the ass.
Ooh, is someone angry? Well, then let's get right to it. Right.
Oh, bring on the next challenger. Calm myself down while the smoke fills the room. Part of me hopes that it isn't her, but another part knows that there's no one else it could be. I already know what's going to happen. When the smoke clears, sure enough, it was the person I most expected to see.
Yukiko. I finally found you, Chie. This all happened so suddenly that I was getting nervous.
Oh. Is Yukiko going to pull out the other card and going to act in a way that's kind of makes Chie not want to fight? That's right. My best friend, Yukiko, was there. She looks alright, like Yukon and Yosuke both did, but...
I'm so worried and scared without you. I couldn't even go another step. I can't do anything without you, Chie.
This is the version of Yukiko that kind of Chie's shadow saw.
Please, Chie, protect me.
Well, of course I'll protect you.
Her voice is calm and she's not attacking me like I had expected her to, but while the boys had said mean things right to my face, I sense that she's going to try something nastier. I don't know how to explain it, but this isn't right. Yukiko smiles kindly like she usually does and continues on.
It's so good to know that. I knew I could count on you. After all, you want me to keep depending on you, right?
Oh.
So you can feel superior.
Yep, they're gonna poke at this
You
point.
act like my best friend, but you're just using me, aren't you?
Yukiko's saying exactly what my shadow had said last year, when it was the embodiment of my weakness, trying to destroy me. But to hear them again and from Yukiko herself makes it so much more painful.
There was a time when I thought that, but that ended last year.
Yes, that's about the past. I faced my true feelings, the ones that I didn't want to see, and I overcame them. I'm not going to lose myself just from hearing them again. Still, Yukiko has a troubled expression, like she's dealing with a difficult child.
It's okay, Chie. I'm completely worthless. I exist for you. If you abandon me, I can't go on. My dependence on you is my only redeeming quality.
Stop that! Don't say those things about yourself!
This is not Yukiko. It's not Yukiko. And even though I know that, seeing her face and hearing her voice when she says that makes me remember again. That cowardly relief I felt when I knew that Yukiko envied me.
I'm just the way you want me to be, Chie.
No, that's not true! Stop saying that!
I don't want this all over. I cover my ears to keep from hearing any more of it. Yukiko laughs.
Didn't you create this world because you wanted to hear that?
I created it.
I like you, Chie. How fragile your heart is. How twisted with jealousy you are. Everything about you is so pitiful.
Her
Oh.
methods of slowly cornering her prey are exquisite. Does the carnivore stand a chance against Snow Black?
Oh. When she hears Risa-chan's announcement, Yukiko readies her fan. A graceful pose, so elegant and feminine. I could never mimic that.
We're like Beauty and the Beast. Come, Chie, my loathsome beast.
That wand actually calms me down a little. This is not Yukiko. This must be part of those rules to make me fight. The person I am now, and even the person I was back then, would never wish for Yukiko to be like this. While I tell myself that, I'm ready for the fight. Risa-chan's joyous shout echoes through the room.
The catfight of the century is about to begin. Let's see your claws.
Alrighty. Place a bookmark. Indeed. Scene 9. Chie versus Yukiko.
Finally.
Why'd you get up?
Alright. Ow. Ow. There we go. Ow. That hurts. There we go. Another win. Oh, Chie's gonna feel bad after this one, though. There's a bookmark already. Because it wasn't Yukiko's words, but that was still Yukiko she just beat up. That's where scene 10 already.
That was such a beautiful fight. Very satisfying to watch, Chie-chan. Keep striving to become the strongest.
Oh, be quiet, General. I glare at the monitor. Teddy laughs even more nastily before cutting off the transmission. There's a mountain of things I want to say, but right now I need to focus on Yukiko. I fought against her. No matter what the reasons were, I fought my best friend.
Yukiko, are you okay? I'm sorry I couldn't go easy on you.
Chie? Oh, thank goodness. You're back to normal.
Huh?
I knew something was wrong, or you never would have said those things.
Believed in me. Even though the fake me must have said some horrible things to her. I can't even say thank you or I'm sorry. I feel like if I do, I'll start crying. Instead, I clench my fists. Same fists I'd used to hurt Yukiko.
Yukiko, hear me out. I think I'm starting to understand how this world works.
There goes my controller. Give me a sec. I need to just adjust my grip a moment. I tell her what had happened to me up until now. About how the rules say only the winner can leave the area, and that Yukon and Yosuke are both safe. And that I'm trying to reach the announcement room right now in pursuit of a suspicious girl that was with Teddy.
A girl lying about being the student council president? That does sound suspicious.
It is a little
There's
suspicious.
no way anyone would make an honest mistake like that. If she's lying, it means she knows this isn't the real world. So I have to think she's related to all this somehow.
Yeah. Labrys just doesn't know that she's not
Then
the student council
why did
president.
she bring us here?
Huh? You know? That's a good question.
Even if she was the one behind us, why would she single us out by name? Neither me nor Yosuke know who she is. How could someone we've never met choose us for this?
Assuming she's behind this, she must have some plan in mind. Something she wants to accomplish by holding this Grand Prix.
A plan, huh?
See how we've been forced to fight? I think this Grand Prix is necessary for whatever reason.
But what would she gain from making us fight like this? I don't get it.
See, from what I was gathering about Shadow Labrys' intention, the fight isn't a means to an end, it's kind of the end in and of itself. He wants people to fight. If we were chosen, then that means that whoever's doing this obviously knows about the investigation team and personas. But we solved the case, so why now? Don't tell me, is it revenge? Even then, this seems a little too roundabout.
That reminds me. There was someone else who seemed really weird. He had this red cape on, and he looked super suspicious.
If he jumped out the window, though, it's possible he's out of the TV. That's what happened to us.
Whoa! No need to get all excited. Anyway, we can find all this out if I go to the announcement room. I'll get some answers out of whoever's there.
I have a feeling you will. I wish I could go with you, but I'll be waiting for you here. I'm sure you'll be fine, Chie. I believe in you. Good luck.
Onwards. I believe in you. Just hearing her say that makes my heart swell with emotion. Yukiko's eyes are calm, and just looking at her encourages me. Well, now I fought all my friends that I'd entered the TV with. All that's left now is to head to the announcement room. I tighten my fists. I don't know who's doing it, but if there's someone out there who gets his kicks by breaking up friendships, I'll never let him get away with it. I will find him. I'll put my footprints all over his stupid face. So, are we going straight to the announcement room? Because in...
Senpai! Chie-senpai,
Oh,
can you hear
hello.
me? Senpai!
Because in Yosuke's, we had that extra fight with Teddy first.
Rise-chan? Is this the real one?
This isn't over the PA system. This voice is echoing directly in my mind. There's only one thing this could be. It's Rise-chan's persona.
I'm so glad. Ever since this weird fake Teddy kidnapped me, I've been all alone. The others are fighting each other too.
You can tell from her voice that Rise-chan is courageously wiping away tears. Really is the real Rise-chan. She wasn't really trying to assault us after all. I feel so much relief that I almost tear up
He
too.
was watching me this entire time, so I couldn't use my persona. Good thing I got in touch with you. Are you okay, Chie-senpai? You're not hurt, are you?
I'm fine, but what did you mean by being watched? Are you okay?
Rise-chan tells me what had happened to her up until now. It turns out that once the first half of Golden Week was over, she came back to Inaba from the city. Something bumped into her and she fell into a TV. When she woke up, she was trapped in the room she was being kept in, and Teddy was watching her the entire time to make sure she didn't use her persona. No matter how many times she asked Teddy why he did it, he would ignore her questions and laugh. But Teddy had suddenly left the room to look for something, and Rise-chan finally had a chance to get in contact with someone. I guess Rise-chan's voice over the PA system was actually Teddy using her voice too. Why Teddy suddenly left her alone is a mystery, but it's good to know that I can rely on her persona. Rise-chan has a special persona that can communicate with others, find people, and even figure out the strengths and weaknesses of the enemies we fight. She can look into everything we can't figure out. Oh, is that why she was being held hostage? Huh. Guess kidnapping her was a pretty smart move on our enemy's part then. I should ask her as much as I can while she can still communicate with me like this.
Can you tell where Teddy is?
Yeah, are you going to go after him?
That's the
There
plan.
was this girl I didn't recognize with him. She might be the cause of all this.
All right, let me take a look.
I wonder how much time this will take. I was about to comment about that, but the results came back in seconds.
There he is. But I sense something odd next to him.
Oh, Labrys.
That. It's not a shadow, but it doesn't seem human either.
Are you talking about that fake president? That's gotta mean she's the culprit.
I feel she's the victim. And the culprit, I guess, technically, if her shadow is the culprit. All this stuff with invisible walls and making us go nuts while talking to each other. There's no way a normal person could do this. I mean, of course that's the case. And if they're in this world, then at the very least they're a persona user. Looks like she really may be the culprit. But after thinking that far, I suddenly remember someone else. There was that one other odd person besides that girl.
Hey, Rise-chan, is there someone else besides us in this school? I saw a dude in a weird red cape. He up and jumped out of the window. Who does that?
Well, apart from our usual group, I only sense shadows here. But be careful. Some of them are pretty big.
Are there some little ones too? Oh, Those
Yeah.
silhouettes of students were kind of like shadows. Well, I'm not worried about the small fry. Wait, does that mean Red Cape Man is a shadow?
No, I think he's just not in the school anymore. Red. Could it be Yukiko's den? No. That was definitely a guy. I mean, he did look and act pretty weird, but he didn't seem like a shadow.
I'm gonna deal with Teddy first. Rise-chan, can I ask you to point the way to him? Sure thing.
Oh. Rise not getting ambushed in this one? I follow Rise-chan's navigation and begin running. It seems that she can see where the invisible walls are. Thanks to her, I was able to find the room I need without running into any more of them. Good work, Rise-chan.
Is this it? Well then, here I go! Rise-chan, try to get in touch with the others. They're probably
So are we gonna be
worried since they
fighting
don't know
Teddy
what's
again?
going on.
Okay, will do. Good luck in there, Chie-senpai.
Thanks!
I give her a quick salute, even though she isn't really here with me. But I hear her giggle. I guess she could see me anyway. Onwards. How did I think about it? Does this mean I'm gonna have to fight that girl? Well, there's no point in worrying about it. Make up my mind and open the door.
Freeze!
Oh. Hello, Labrys. The two inside the classroom turn around in surprise. The girl of Teddy is the one I saw earlier, the one calling herself the student council president. Actually, now that I get a closer look at her, she's a real beauty. I mean, even I can see it.
I finally found you. I hope you're prepared.
You're that Chie-san who's fighting in the Grand Prix, right?
Who are you? Why are you holding this ridiculous tournament? We've been through hell today, you know. You're gonna give me some answers right now.
Ooh, you're so cool, Chie-chan. Just like a police
Hello,
officer.
Teddy. Teddy's voice is sarcastic and slimy, not like his normal voice at all. It must be like everyone else was. Controlled somehow. Yeah, I bet this fake president girl's the one doing it
Teddy,
too.
you're being tricked. I know you're not really the host of this. You're just not in your right mind. Come over here and we'll go back together.
It's creepy to hear you coax me like that. I'm not going with any carnivore. I bet you're after me for my sweet, delicious bear claws.
What? I'm not interested in your meat at all.
Again, I am glad Sapphire doesn't seem to be in chat for this one.
They're sweet, huh?
Yeah. Don't make it weird. That came from my stomach, not from my brain. I didn't mean to say that at all, I swear. I mean, that totally made me sound like someone who kills people to eat them, and I don't, okay?
Ah, she's gonna eat me! Just kidding. Actually, you're the one people are after, Chie-chan. Everyone's got the hots for you, you know. Did you know that Yosuke likes you? He said he's head over heels over you.
No.
Even more than that dead girl he liked. Kanji likes you too. Of course he would, though, since you're a very manly girl. Even Sensei, he told me you're the cutest.
What's Teddy's angle?
Hey, what are you saying?
I was wondering what kind of insult he was going to say next, but I wasn't expecting him to try to flatter me to death. Even though I know he's not in control of what he's saying, I can't keep from blushing. Teddy smirks like he can read my thoughts and continues his words of praise.
Cuter than the famous idol Rise-chan, the ace detective Now-chan, and the beautiful innkeeper Yuki-chan. You're the cutest of them all. Everyone said so. Did you know you even have a fan club at school?
Stop making stuff up.
Chie-chan, you're blushing. You look so happy. There's no way that could ever be true, though.
Oh, yep. There we go. What's the definition of Dord? I didn't even know Dord was a word. I get it now. Instead of a direct insult, he was trying to build my hopes up and then pull the rug out from under me. I knew he was going to try that, but it still hurts. Wherever you can see my anger or not, Teddy looks at me with pity and
It
frowns.
was full of unusual people who are all so pretty. You're the only normal one of us with nothing special about you at all. But I think it's okay to be normal. It's like you know your place in life. You shouldn't dream of being extraordinary. You're just gonna be mediocre for the rest of your life.
I've never wanted to be like that. I might not have amazing skills like everyone else, but I'm happy with the way I am.
My voice trembles when I reply. Why? I'm not lying, so why is it trembling? It makes me sound like I don't believe it. I think it'd be the best word, but what does it mean? I feel it'd be the best word, but what? I'm not even sure. I didn't even know Dord was a word, so I can't really Define it. Teddy senses my agitation, smirks even harder.
Ooh, didn't your mother tell you not to lie? You want to be a beloved hero, and you'll step on anyone to reach that goal. That's what makes you weak.
No, if I hear any more of this, I'll give in to the enemy's tricks. Teddy isn't in his right mind. He's being controlled by the enemy.
That's right.
Then...
It's pointless to argue with you when you're being controlled.
Oh,
Let me bring you to your senses first.
I'm gonna have a fight with Teddy. Here we go. Okay, so if this is following the same pattern as Yosuke's, then there will be Teddy's music. Oh, ow. No, you don't.
What'll come out? Barely missed. Bear passing through.
Oh, hello. Come on, there we go. Oh! I don't know what that was about to be. There we go. No more Teddy. Scene 12.
Why? Ain't you guys friends? How can you fight your friend like that?
What are you talking about? You're the one who dragged us into this.
No, she isn't, Chie. I can't help but argue back at a self-proclaimed student council president. But I sounded so harsh that I surprised even myself. No, this isn't good. I need to calm down.
What? Chie-chan, why are you picking on Miss President?
Teddy, are you still being controlled? She set you up as a host of all of this. You even had to wear a silly costume.
Hold it right there. You've already got it wrong. Look, Chie-chan, take a good close look at me.
Huh?
Making all kinds of goofy poses. I don't know what he's trying to get
What
at.
am I looking at?
Can't you tell? I'm a dozen times more adorable and sexy than that costumed bear.
You mean that general is someone else?
Bingo! Miss President wouldn't believe me, so we were going to go find that imposter and prove my innocence. Jeez, though. I can understand Miss President making that mistake since she's never met me before. But it's like totally way lame that you couldn't tell us apart.
Dude, stop talking like that. You're confusing me.
I can't tell if he's in his right mind or not right now. But that wasn't Teddy? There's another Teddy walking around here? But why would somebody be imitating Teddy on purpose?
Hey, I was just about to go to the announcement room to stop this Grand Prix thing, too. Honestly, even though he looks exactly like that general, I kinda doubt this one here's the culprit. But I've stuck to him like glue all this time, because I thought he must have been connected.
The girl looks straight into my eyes as she says this. I can tell that she's not lying. My intuition is strong. But then, there's something that doesn't add up. I decide to throw it right at her and see how she
Then
reacts.
why did you lie about being the student council president?
Lie? I'm not lying.
But the student council president we just elected is a guy. Are you really a student at Yosuke?
Name?
Oh, never mind, I skipped.
Class.
Yep, here's the questions.
Chie-chan, you shouldn't interrogate her like that.
I wish I could believe her, but there's too much that seems funny here. Even Rise-chan said she didn't feel normal. There's so much evidence against her that I can't help but be suspicious. You made us fight our friends, and you made everyone say those horrible things. What are you up to?
This girl has to be a persona user. I've been ready for a fight against her this whole time, but instead of challenging me, she turns pale and falls silent. She doesn't have an ounce of aggression in her. Well, that certainly wasn't what I was expecting. All I can do is wait for her to answer.
I don't know my name. I can't remember what class I'm in either.
Huh?
I don't understand it myself. Now that I think about it, I don't even know why I'm here.
How could you... are you serious?
He doesn't even know her own name? And she didn't realize that until I pointed it out? How could that be possible? It doesn't seem like she's lying, but I'm not sure if I can believe her or not. But seeing me lost in thought, the girl looks at the ground with a pained expression.
It probably looks like I'm trying to lie my way out of this. No matter how much I tell you I didn't do this, there's no way you'd believe me.
That she turns her back on us. From behind, she seems so frail that it's shocking.
Hey, wait! Where are you going?
To the announcement room. I'm gonna prove my innocence myself. Sorry I doubted you, Teddy. I'll see ya.
Miss President!
Oh. Chie, you should get after her. The girl shakes off Teddy and darts out of the classroom. I have no idea what to do. I can only stand there and watch as she leaves.
Chie-chan, you have to hurry after her! She can't use her persona! She'll be in trouble if she meets anything dangerous!
She can't use a persona? Wait, then how did she get into this world?
Huh? Oh, you're right.
Oh. Only persona users can enter TVs. Since Teddy's mind was being messed with just a few minutes ago, I can rule out that he's the one behind it. Culprit has to be someone else. So far, I've seen 2 people so far that look suspicious. That guy in the cape and the self-proclaimed student council president. But when I first saw the guy, he was being blocked in by the invisible walls. I don't think whoever created these walls would let himself get trapped like that. And that girl is obviously lying about being the student council president, plus Rise-chan sensed that she wasn't a shadow or a human. That puts her at the top of my list, but what if I'm wrong about this? If she's not a persona user, then... Oh no, don't tell me.
Does this mean it's like last year's case? Did someone drop her in here?
Oh, my.
Oh, and there's someone else who's mimicking Teddy's appearance doing all of this? I have a sudden realization. If that girl was just a victim, then her shadow may have come out on its own. Actually, if it did, that would explain why we've never seen a place like this before when we've been into TV world. My entire body suddenly goes cold. I've made a gross misunderstanding.
The culprit isn't her, but her shadow.
Oh, is this the first time we've figured it out beforehand? How did I think about it? I should have suspected that from the very beginning. But why didn't I think that until now? I was confused because I was being forced to fight everybody and my friends were all saying terrible things to me. No, I can't leave things like
I
this.
have to go after her.
I really wasn't being myself. I didn't listen to what she had to say and I was being harsh to her for no reason. I'm sure I said something that really hurt her. And if she meets her shadow in a state like that, things are gonna get ugly.
Please, Chie-chan, help Miss President!
I'm on my way.
Off we go. To be honest, there are some questions that just don't have answers right now. I can think about that later, after I save that girl. I rush out to the hallway, but she's already out of sight. But she did just say she was going to the announcement room. And that other Teddy, likely the girl's shadow, he's going to be there too. Please, let me make it in time. I have to sprint like the wind. Announcement room time? Yep. After a huge detour, I finally arrived at the announcement room, or so I thought. It's like this room's turned into something completely different. First, it's almost twice the size of the real announcement room. Second, the walls are now made of huge glass panels, and it's obvious that the world outside is not the school like it should be. As I'd expected, there are 3 people inside. Rise-chan, the self-proclaimed student council president, and that girl's shadow. Or not?
How is this possible?
Oh, Shadow Chie?
Oh, you're finally here? She got here first, so I was wondering what happened.
Face. My face laughs at me. A mirror image of me was standing
Why is
there.
my shadow here?
I don't know. She suddenly appeared. The fake Teddy vanished, and then...
Another Chie-san? I thought you just beat me here.
Ugh. Will the outsiders shut up and be quiet? My only business here is with myself.
Shadow turns her sharp golden gaze towards me. There's no mistake about it. That is my shadow. I met her last year.
You
But-
became my persona, though. I don't get it. Why are you back again?
It's because you're weak.
'Cause I'm weak? That's the same thing all my friends were saying when I was forced to fight them.
You think your shadow would never be back to haunt you after you gained your persona? Wouldn't that be nice? But no one can ever let go of their weaknesses. I'll stay inside you, and I'll keep screaming your true feelings for everyone to hear.
Wait, When the general said the Grand Prix was for me, he meant...
True. It's nasty a guy airdropped on a flight photo they found. Yeah, that's... People can be messed up sometimes. True. It appeared my friends weren't in their right minds a number of times today. I didn't let it bother me at the time, but was this place really born from my own weakness? Even though I accepted my shadow, am I so weak that it came out again? Are all the horrible things that everyone's been going through, are they all my fault?
Want to become stronger? You want to be a police officer? Why did you really wish for that? The desire to protect those who are precious to you was only a cover story. What you really want is to be a hero, a shining force for justice. You're ordinary in every way, but you want to be a winner. And to get there, you'd even use those precious to you as stepping stones.
Face I know so well laughs mockingly.
That's not true. That wasn't what I was thinking at all.
Are you gonna deny it again? That you're me?
Can't deny her. That's what the shadows do. They try to make the real person deny their existence, and then they try to take the place of the real one. I know that, but I can't stop my emotions. I was able to accept her as part of myself last year, but I can't right now. I mean, how can I just accept this was my fault? That I, of all people, did such horrible things to my friends. My vision blurs, my hands and legs tremble.
You're not...
Just then...
No! Senpai, don't listen to her! Rise-chan?
Turn around and meet Rise-chan's gaze. He's looking straight at me, meeting my eyes. Even though I'm so weak. The girl behind her is looking at me with worry too. Both of them have a look in their eyes that says they have faith in me. Even though they must have heard whose fault all this is, who caused all the horrible things they had to go through. I have to ask myself, if I deny that I'm weak and my shadow goes berserk right now, will I make these two suffer even more? Do I want that to happen?
You're right. What?
That's right. I remember now. I remember the time when my shadow first came out. At that time, I had Yukon and Yosuke with me. I was saved because I wasn't alone. It's the same right now, too.
I won't deny any of what you just said. I do still wish to be a hero. And I do feel inferior to Yukiko and the others sometimes. Part of me loves how cool it would be to become a police officer. But that's not all there is to it. Wanting to protect everyone. That's my main reason. I can't let my friends down. Not after they accepted me for who I was. I'm not amazing like them. But that doesn't mean I can't be proud of myself. That's why I'm working at what I'm good at. What's so bad about that?
That's right. Everyone said so before I came here.
Sorry, I wish I could help you. But I'm sure you can save the others.
I believe in you. Good luck.
Oh.
Please, Chie-chan, help Miss President!
You can save them.
Everyone believed in me. They trusted me to do everything because I said I could. And even though they aren't with me right now, their trust in me is helping me to stand strong. That's why I should be able to take this on.
She calmed her emotions. I want to protect Rise-chan and that girl and everyone who's still at this school. Not because I want to be a hero, but because I love them. My weakness gave birth to you, right? Then I'll put an end to this right now.
I'm not scared of my shadow anymore. Now, I'll end this for sure. Nope. Here we go. Versus Shadow Chie.
Final. Fight!
Oh, ow. 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 Okay, this isn't going too well. Oh, yeah. Ooh. What did I just do? Ow. Oh, there's awakening. There we go. Okay, that one felt like it was getting a little too close. Oh, I won. Having managed to calm my raging shadow, I turned back to the other two girls. I was able to protect them, right?
What was that all about?
Oh yeah. I'm really sorry I doubted you.
Ryuze-chan and I quickly explained what just happened to the shaken girl. How in this world your repressed inner thoughts, your shadow, separates from you. How it appears in the form of your other self and tries all sorts of tricks to try and take the real person's place. And then again, in my case, I had experienced that once already and I should have been okay, but looks like I did it again.
So, the real cause of this was actually me.
A shadow. A repressed self.
I'm not surprised it hasn't registered. It is coming from left field for you.
I'm bad at explaining things after all. Only someone smart like Naoto-kun was here right now. She'd be able to explain things a whole lot better. But what's important isn't that this girl understands what happened, it's that I have to accept my shadow once more. Oh.
I thought I eliminated any possibility of her heart breaking free. Did she not suffer enough? No. I did everything right.
The lights suddenly drop, plunging the room into darkness, and a voice echoes through the gloom. That voice, that's not my shadow. What in the world's going on? Oh.
Teddy?
The General. I realized that the fake Teddy was suddenly standing in the room without us noticing him. Where'd my shadow go then?
I get it. She was pretending to be General Teddy this whole time. Am I right?
Not quite, Chie.
Looks like you'll be alone forever. No one can understand you.
Huh?
Excuse me. It might look like Teddy again, but that tone of voice and way of speaking are nothing like what Teddy would say. And what he's saying is a bit weird too. Maybe he's not actually talking to me? Could he be talking about this other girl? What could this mean?
Why don't we put an end to this game? Are you still going to keep deluding yourself?
Delude?
Whoa, wait a sec! Aren't you supposed to be my shadow?
Nope.
Oh, that shadow, it's resonating with Miss President.
What?
I'll show you.
This turn of events is perplexing, but the fake Teddy smirks and snaps his fingers. Oh. We've seen this one before.
I am a shadow. The true self.
Hello. No way. That's the other girl's face. That's her shadow? Oh. Oops. She cries out, apparently in shock over seeing that the shadow has robotic limbs. What's going on?
Wait, does this mean it was this girl's shadow all along?
That's right. And like you just saw, I can distort people's appearances and words.
It distorted people's appearances and words? So was it just taking on Teddy's form this whole time? And she was making my friends say the things they didn't mean.
And that other me just now.
That was this shadow too? This shadow smirks at the perplexed look on my face.
Why do you think I have such power? It's because I'm her and she's me. That's right. She's the real liar here.
Don't be ridiculous! I didn't lie!
Oh, please. Just look at me. I look exactly like you.
That's not true!
Oh. The shadow draws closer, making a point to show off her body. She has a mechanical body with large wing-like metallic parts jutting from her back. These wings turn into a giant axe that the shadow grabs from the air. The girl looks away as if to try to find a way out. I take this opportunity to speak up.
Don't worry, there's no need to be scared. That's just a twisted version of you. Shadows try to make the original person deny them. It'll be okay, but you need to calm down.
A twisted version of her? She's the one that's twisted. You still refuse to remember? Look at me. And stop deluding yourself.
The shadow snaps her fingers. What's it going to turn into now? I brace myself for the shadow to change, but I don't expect what happens next. The shadow doesn't change, but the girl does. Her arms quickly change right before her eyes. Her hands turn pale and smooth, becoming something inhuman. In seconds, she's the same as her shadow.
Miss President's body? What is this? Another illusion? I don't think so. I knew something was weird when I first sensed her. That girl isn't human. No! No! Don't look at me!
She tries to hide her body from us, but she can't hide everything. The shadow sneers even more as the girl curls up on the floor, then spins the axe as if taunting her. Even though the shadow has the same face as her, seeing her wield such a giant chunk of metal so effortlessly only shows how monstrous she really is. The shadow brandishes the axe in her hands without hesitation. That's when... Oh, Kanji! I wasn't expecting that. This is new. Kanji can burst in through the wall. Well, it looks more like he was thrown through it. He isn't moving an inch.
Kanji, you came to save us! Or not.
It's no use. He's completely unconscious. A voice I've heard somewhere before comes from the other side of the new hole in the wall. Oh.
You must be Labrys.
Oh.
You're that red cape guy from before!
Sure enough, the owner of that voice is the guy in the red cape. He steps into the room, brushing dust from his shoulders. Is he the one that blasted Kanji-kun in here? Then, is he an enemy? I take a defensive stance, but he ignores me. Instead, he fixes his gaze on the girl in her shadow.
Another Labrys. Fine. I'll just calm them both down.
He smirks confidently and raises his fists. Who's Labrys? Is that this girl's name? It seems like he knows who she is. Who is this guy? To be continued? Yep. Okay. So then, of the original four, it's just Yukiko. And then it'll be interesting to see Kanji's and Teddy's. Because they aren't in the initial group. They're both missing at the very start of these ones. Oh. Hello. Is this the Yamagi Inn kitchen?
Oh, here.
Oh.
Yuki-chan, are you okay? Do you
Oh,
need
they're
any
still
help?
supervising Yuki's cooking.
Huh? No, it's okay. I want to do this by myself.
Are you sure? If you need a hand, don't hesitate to ask.
Smile back at our waitress, Kasai-san, and concentrates once again on slicing the carrot on the cutting board in front of me. It's pretty tough to cut. I am Yukiko Amagi. I'm the only daughter of the Yamagi Inn. Some people here call the inn a famous local landmark, but to be honest, that description doesn't really register with me. I think people only see it that way because there's nothing else that stands out in this countryside town. I'm getting training from the Yamagi Inn staff, but the food I'm cooking right now isn't for the customers. Actually, my cooking is, well, not so great. There's no way anything I made would be served here.
Good evening.
Oh.
This is the Evening Journal with news for May 2nd. Our top story
There's
is
the
on the domestic
hijacked-
airline that was hijacked yesterday.
Yeah, there's the airline hijacking again. Momentarily turning her attention away from the TV in one of the guest rooms, Kasai-san speaks to me.
Oh my, look at the time. Yuki-chan, don't push yourself too hard, okay?
Thank you.
The latter half of Golden Week starts tomorrow. I usually have to work through it since the inn is so busy during the holidays, but I've been given permission to take tomorrow off. And that's because Yukon is coming back to spend time here in Inaba. Yu Narukami. He's a precious friend who transferred to Yasugami High here in Inaba last spring. He had to move back to the city after his parents returned from their jobs overseas, but now I finally get to see him again after 2 whole months. Just thinking about that news puts a smile on my face. People may think that I'm overreacting over just 2 months, but it still makes me happy. I mean, the year spent with Yukon was quite a special one for us. It sounds hard to believe, but last year, we got wrapped up in a serious mystery that occurred in this town and solved it ourselves. The one who led the team we created then, the investigation team, was Yukon. Most of us who are in the investigation team are going to meet up for his return tomorrow. I'm already excited about it. Just as I begin to lose myself in these thoughts, an acrid burning smell stings my nose.
Oh, right, I was grilling the fish.
Oh, I hurriedly flipped the sea bream I left on the grill. It's still good, right? Yeah, it still looks good. I think it'll be fine. Maybe. That doesn't sound good. When I look inside the pot, a lot of the water is gone, but the ingredients I put in there to boil look soft, so it should be okay. It's probably time to turn the stove off, though. I put on the finishing touches and finally take a breather.
I hope everyone likes this.
I'm sure you've improved, Yukiko. It can't be as bad as the initial curry. It's been a while since everyone in the investigation team got together, so I want to make it seem a little more like a celebration. That's why I began making this boxed lunch for all of us, but it was a lot more food to prepare than I'd expected. I have a new respect for our cooks. The number of guests we get here every day is way more than the amount of people I'm cooking for. We have to make a lot more food than I just did. I grabbed the largest tiered lacquerware box we have and struggled to cram all the food into it.
They say the presentation of the food is important, but I think taste should be a cook's priority.
It should, Yukiko.
The boys will eat a lot. I'm sure Chie will too. I definitely shouldn't skimp. There, all done.
An email. Who could it be from? Oh, this is probably Chie sending the message about Midnight Channel, maybe? I opened my cell and noticed a familiar name being displayed.
Oh, Chie. I wonder if she forgot where we're meeting up tomorrow.
Chie Satonaka. She's been my best friend ever since I was little. She's also a member of the investigation team. We went through so much together during the course of last year's events, and now we're even closer than before. Sure enough, the email I received was asking for confirmation of our meeting place. That Chie. She must have gotten so excited when she heard the news that she glazed over the details. That's so like her. But there was more to her email.
What? The Midnight Channel is on the air again.
Yep. Midnight Channel. At midnight on a rainy night, if you look at a TV that's turned off, you'll see your soulmate. That was the urban legend that spread like wildfire in this town last year. At first, I obviously thought it was just a rumor. But I was wrong. Yukiko will be the first member of the investigation team we're playing as who was actually abducted. It wasn't some superstition. There actually was something to the rumor. When we tested it out for ourselves, we really saw an image appear on the TV, even though it was turned off. But it wasn't anyone's soulmate. The person that appeared on the TV was a victim. This is why the investigation team was formed. The phenomenon was closely tied to the incident that we resolved. In a nutshell, it was a series of murders. A few people died, and it was all over the TV news. That alone is already a serious case, but we discovered something even more shocking about it. There was a world inside TVs. Personas and shadows. We encountered so many unbelievable things that there's no way I could explain all of it. But everyone in the investigation team desperately did their best, and we managed to take care of everything. Even the Midnight Channel was shut down. So it's pretty strange that it's on again all of a sudden. It seems Chie hasn't seen it in person yet, judging by her email. She just said, let's watch the Midnight Channel tonight. I glance out the small window in the kitchen. Today's forecast is rain. Perfect weather for checking the Midnight Channel.
That's not possible.
Words of denial tumble from my mouth. It's not that I don't believe Chie, it's just that I'm really hoping it's not true. The Midnight Channel is broadcasting again? Are we going to see another series of murders? These worries begin gnawing away at my stomach. Standing up against my own rebellious shadow and getting to know everyone better through our adventures in the investigation team are important memories of mine. This would be something different. Even as I send off a reply to Chie, my emotions are still running wild. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, there you are. Someone's on the phone for you, Yuki-chan.
Oh? I'm so on edge that when Kasai-san speaks up, I jump a little. I feel like a fool. I'm all worked up over the mere possibility that something's going to happen again. I calmed myself down and smiled at Kasai-san. Though this is kind of odd.
For me? Who could it be
I don't remember anyone we've met so far contacting Yukiko, so...
He said he was Kujikawa-san's manager.
Oh, of course.
And he wanted to ask you something.
Rise Kujikawa. She's an underclassman from our high school. Not only is she part of an investigation team, but a famous idol and TV personality. Rise-chan took a break from show business while the investigation was underway, but she's been preparing to get back into it since spring. She's been super busy lately. I have no idea why her manager would be... Oops, apologies, I think I just hit my mic there. I have no idea why her manager would be calling me, though. Oh, oops. Kasai-san jokes that they're trying to recruit me and hands me the receiver. She then ducks back through the split curtain. This isn't helping that uneasy feeling I was having earlier. I take a deep breath and put the phone to my ear.
Hello, this is Yukiko Amagi.
Oh, I'm sorry to call so late. My name is Inoue. I'm Rise Kujikawa's manager.
Hello.
Yes, that's what
I remember
was
you.
told. How can I help you?
Well, you see, I can't reach Kujikawa. I was hoping you might know where she is.
Huh?
No. They don't know where Rise-chan is? Apparently she won't answer her cell and isn't at her grandmother's place or her parents' home in the city. Her exhausted manager told me he was at such a loss that, out of desperation, he looked up our inn's number and called me, since he knew that we were friends. I feel really bad for the poor guy, but...
I'm sorry, I don't know.
The manager on the other side of the phone replies with a downcast, I see. After he apologizes for calling me out of the blue like this, he ends the phone call, but not before asking me to keep Rise's disappearance under wraps. Even setting aside work, he must be worried sick about her. At least, that's what he sounded like to me. The world of showbiz is pretty tough. This isn't the first time this has happened. Rise-chan went missing when she took her break last year, so Inoue-san must be afraid of going through that again. But that's the only reason I was able to get to know her.
Don't tell me.
Oh? Revival of the Midnight Channel? Rise-chan's sudden disappearance? My mind is a swirling miasma of depressing ideas and worst-case scenarios. Could Rise-chan have gotten dropped into a TV again? I know that my tendency to immediately gravitate to the worst possibilities is a bad habit of mine, but I just can't stop myself. I open my cell and bring up my list of most called contacts. But my finger stops when I see the name Yu Narakami on the display.
No, I can't go running to him with everything. There's no proof that it's happening again anyway. I shouldn't make him worry.
Oh, everyone having the same idea. There isn't any reason to be concerned about anything yet. Yukon is coming back for the first time in a while. Excuse me? After being away for so long, I want to welcome him with joy, not with unnecessary burdens. There's a reasonable explanation for everything so far. I need to keep my wild thoughts to myself until I have some real confirmation.
Risa-chan's number is...
I look for Risa-chan's number on my cell and then press the call button. 1 ring. 2 rings. 3 rings. No response. With each unheeded ring, my anxiety grows. Why isn't she picking up? Maybe she's in an area of bad reception. Or maybe she's in danger and can't answer the phone. No. I have to stop thinking like that.
Maybe I should call Yosuke-kun.
I press the button to end the call, as if my worries would end along with it. I begin looking up another number. Yosuke Hanamura. He's another classmate and member of the investigation team, but... Oh, and also apparently Yukon's partner. At first I thought Yosuke-kun was just calling himself that, but it seems the feeling is mutual now. Considering that he gets along with everyone pretty well, and he's got more friends than I do, he might know something about Rise-chan. Excuse me, another yawn. Without any other leads, he's probably my best option. I dial Yosuke-kun's number. This time the call connects immediately. He must have answered his phone without even thinking about it. I feel a little relieved and speak up.
Yosuke-kun? Good evening, this is Yukiko. I got an email from Chie a moment ago.
Yeah, she told me too. About the Midnight Channel coming back, right? Sheesh. I bet Chie was half asleep when she emailed you.
Hearing Yosuke-kun's cheerful voice takes a bit more of my worries away. Okay, see, that's... it's kind of cool seeing that, because I know, having played through Yosuke's thing, we know that that was his intention, like, with... He was deliberately trying to be cheerful to... Well... I do kind of like going through the same story from different characters' perspectives. To avoid causing panic, I try to choose my words carefully as I relay what I heard from Rise-chan's manager.
Actually, I just received a phone call about Rise-chan disappearing. Well, not literally disappearing, but anyway, it seems her people can't get in touch with her.
Really? She didn't mention any problems she was having to you, right?
No, I think she would have told us if anything was troubling her. She was busy, but happy to be working.
Right. And now rumors of the Midnight Channel coming back.
Yeah.
I go ahead and tell Yosuke everything Inoue-san told me. I promised him that I wouldn't tell anyone, but I figured the investigation team needs to know things like this. After all, Rise-chan has been through things with us that I'm sure she would have kept secret from her manager. After we talk about Rise-chan's disappearance, a slightly awkward silence falls from the conversation. Has Yosuke-kun come to the same conclusion I have? Before it can linger too long, Yosuke-kun breaks the silence with a serious yet cheerful response.
Well, let's not get carried away. First, we need to see if the Midnight Channel's really back. There's no use worrying over things we don't know are happening. It's always important to be sure first, right?
It's times like these that I once again realize that my friends on the investigation team are wonderful. Yu-kun, who is calm and decisive. Yosuke-kun, who is always a source of good cheer. It's not just the two of them. Everyone's personalities on the team complement each other. And because of this, we were able to overcome all the inconceivable obstacles that we faced.
You're right. Thank you, Yosuke-kun.
I thank Yosuke-kun and hang up. There's no use in getting flustered. First, we need to confirm the current situation and then think of a plan based on what we learn. This feels nostalgic. A smile forms my lips as my worries subside a bit. The lessons learned from last year are helping me now. The Midnight Channel airs at midnight. I've got a lot of time to kill until then. Oh, I know. I have to clean up the kitchen. I don't want to leave a mess for our cooks when they arrive in the morning. And there's the rain. After I finish cleaning up the kitchen and take a bath, I return to my room. I look at the clock, but it's still not even close to midnight.
There's still time.
I try reading a book, but nothing is sticking with me. It even feels like time is moving slower. I just want midnight to hurry up and get here.
It's all right. I'm sure things will be fine. Nothing will happen.
Unfortunately, we know that's not the case, Yukiko. Oh, here we go. We've seen this one. Nope, immediately to the food court. Oh yeah, Yukiko was the first here, wasn't she? I sit in Gina's food court with the weight of my homemade boxed lunch and a heavy heart. Sorry. Until yesterday evening, my only concerns for today were cooking enough food for everyone and worrying about whether Juness would be too crowded. A lot has changed in those few hours. So instead of coming here early to reserve space for my friends, I'm here even earlier out of sheer stress. On a side note, sitting here right now makes me realize that there are a lot more people in this town than I ever imagined. And with that many people, quite a few of them probably saw the Midnight Channel broadcast last night.
Why is this happening?
I know that I'm not going to get an answer to that question, but I can't help but mutter it to myself as I sit and wait. This isn't the first time my image has appeared on the Midnight Channel. I heard about it from Chie and the others last time, but I'd never seen it myself until now. No matter how hard I tried to deny it, there's no doubt it was me. They even gave me a ridiculous title. The Unconquerable Snow Black. What's that even supposed to mean? Everyone else got nonsensical names too, but it was no laughing matter. Actually, I can't even remember what my friends were called. The only thing that registered was that all of them were pretty awkward. I was too stunned to catch anything more than that. When Chie called me afterwards, I finally came to my senses. The situation just seems to be more serious than I had imagined earlier. Especially considering that Rise-chan isn't the only one that we haven't been able to get hold of.
Yukiko, you're early!
Oh, hello, Chie.
Good morning, Chie. I couldn't stop thinking about things, so I wrapped up my shift at the inn early and came here.
Just as my thoughts were getting gloomy again, Chie's cheerful voice is there to snap me out of my funk. I look up to see my best friend waving at me. I shouldn't keep dwelling on these bad thoughts. It'll all be okay. I'm sure we'll be able to handle this. I reassure myself and show Chie what I brought.
I actually made a boxed lunch for everyone. Let's eat it together later.
Wow, a boxed lunch? You made it?
I shrug and give a wry smile at Chie's reaction.
Don't worry, I made sure to taste test it first, so it won't be like last year.
Did we, Yukiko? There was no mention of that in your story.
Well, you've got a point. We don't want people to keep calling us poison chefs, do we? Ooh, that does smell really good. Oh man, I can't wait to try it.
Oh, but we never do. Hearing Chie's delight makes me feel a little bit better. I wonder if everyone else will be as excited about my food as she is. Just as I'm thinking about how to bring it up, I hear a familiar, cheerful voice from behind.
Hey there, sorry I'm late. I ran into this guy at the elevator.
Good to see you guys again.
Welcome back! We missed you! The guest of honor's finally here! You're looking well.
Welcome back. Should we...
It's Yosuke-kun and Yukon. Chie bounced off happy as can be, but I'm a little lost in my emotions. Wonder how much Yukon knows about what happened yesterday. Yosuke-kun is the first to notice what I'm getting at and casually transitions into the subject.
Huh? Oh, he already knows about the Midnight Channel thing. He's actually the one who called me up about it.
Oh, I see. This has turned into a pretty thrown-together reunion, hasn't it?
Has
But
indeed.
I'm glad you came.
Yukon smiles at my words. That kind smile and calm demeanor. He hasn't changed at all. I'm happy, but there's definitely an elephant in the room. Wish this could just be a fun gathering with us all getting together like normal people. My thoughts are interrupted by an exaggerated cough. It's Yosuke-kun. Apparently he was waiting for us all to sit down. After grabbing our attention, Yosuke-kun begins to speak.
Well, it sucks that we can't hang out more before jumping into another mystery, but to celebrate our partner's return,
Here we go.
I hereby reinstate the investigation team in response to the Midnight Channel going back on the air last night.
Oh, the team is back!
Team is back indeed.
That name again gets me all fired up. Yeah, let's do this!
There's the applause.
I don't think the applause is necessary.
Nope. I've told you every time, Yusuke, it is very necessary. Yosuke-kun sarcastically teases us for applauding, but after glancing around at everyone, I'm sure we all felt that it was appropriate. I mean, there's no reason for any of us to turn that down. We have friends missing and there's something causing trouble. Of course we're going to help out and get to the bottom of this. After confirming that everyone's on board, Yosuke-kun continues on. Our reunion is now a full-fledged tactical meeting of the investigation
Let's get
team.
cracking. I mean, this is no laughing matter. No one's heard from Teddy, Kanji, or Rise. Just those three, right?
Yeah. Oh, I got a hold of Naoto-kun, but I didn't tell her about this stuff. She told me she couldn't make it today because of her job, so I didn't want to work. She seemed pretty bummed that she couldn't be here too.
Makes 4 of our friends who aren't here today. Hearing it from Chie was one thing, but talking about it in a meeting like this and not seeing faces that should be here makes it all hit home. Even though there's no need to worry about Naoto-kun, what could be so important that she can't be here? She's such a skilled detective, it would be much more reassuring to have her around, but bringing that up to the group wouldn't help now. I need to focus on what all of us here can do.
One thing's been bothering me. The picture on the TV was very clear last night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Going by the pattern from last year, it wouldn't...
Hey, isn't this the first time a big
I
group
might
of people...
just skip through a little bit of this, because most of it's probably going to be the same as what we've seen already. I can understand Chie's anger. From what she told me, she tried talking to some girls who were chatting about the rumors, but they ran away from her. Probably, no, definitely because they saw the Midnight Channel. I hated hearing the whispers of scoring princess under people's breaths after the Midnight Channel aired last year, so I can empathize with Chie's feelings. But I feel a little better about it this time. Back then, I didn't see the broadcast for myself, so I didn't know what I looked like. Of course, I still hate that I was on it again, and it's still really embarrassing.
What bothers me most is Teddy.
Yeah, we can't find...
This smells... Then again, I doubt...
I guess we'll just have to go inside the TV and...
Back to the TV. Yosuke-kun has a point. If we want to investigate the reappearance of the Midnight Channel, it would be fastest to just go in there and see for ourselves.
Won't we be
But-
stuck in there without Teddy to give us an exit?
Exactly. We can enter TVs because we are Persona users, but without Teddy, preparing a TV inside the TV world for us to exit through, we'd be trapped there. Yosuke-kun laughs proudly in response to our shared worry.
Not so.
Look
Yep.
at you, all prepared.
I mean, think about it. What if we were half asleep and fell into a TV?
Like anyone would be...
Anyway, it sounds like it's safe for us to go investigate them.
Yeah,
Indeed.
There's no doubt that some...
We're all good to go.
Everyone nods at Yosuke-kun's words. Oh, I forgot to mention the food I made. And what should I do? Should I bring it up after we go inside the TV? Well, we're in the middle of a serious situation now, so this is definitely not the time for a boxed lunch. I'll bring it up afterwards. We'll all eat a great meal together after the case has been solved. It'll be the perfect motivation for us to solve it. As I work up my resolve, Chie suddenly taps my forehead.
Yukiko, it'll be all right.
Okay, so that's what Yukiko was worrying about. It wasn't any.
Was I doing that?
Yeah, you're gonna give yourself wrinkles.
I'll be more careful.
Don't worry, things are different from the way they were last year. We're old pros at this.
Chie knows that I'm apprehensive, so she's trying to make me smile. But she's right. I shouldn't get myself too worked up. I smile in response to my best friend's thoughtfulness. And then we were off, following Yukon and Yosuke-kun. Off to the TVs. Place a bookmark? I will indeed. I think I'll maybe do the first fight. I think I've got time for that. Oh, the gym. So who's Yukiko going to fight first? What happened? I was with Yukon and the others, and we entered the TV as usual. And then...
where am I?
My mental fog clears immediately once the cold sensation against my cheek and back kicks in. Doesn't feel like I'm hurt anywhere. Filled with confusion as I get up and look around, but looking around only raises further questions. The scenery looks familiar on a basic level.
An auditorium. But wait, is this our school's gym?
I know I'm in the gym at my high school, however, the details are completely different. There are mounds of chairs stacked in weird formations everywhere, and everything feels a bit creepy. Then I noticed that something even more important is amiss.
Where's Chie? Yukun? Hello? Isn't anyone around?
I don't see any of them, and no one replies to my inquiries. It seems like we've gotten separated. Usually when we enter a TV together, we all end up in the same place. Oh, there's smoke already. All of a sudden, something started gushing out. Smoke? It's white smoke like you see on TV and movies. I take a defensive stance and prepare myself. Considering that I'm inside the TV, I need to be ready for anything. I feel isolated and lonely, but I have an important member of the investigation team too. Oh.
Hello! Sorry for the wait!
Hello, Rise.
Greetings, boys and girls of Yasogami! The P1 Grand Prix is about to begin! There's no need for manners or courtesy or anything today, so let it all hang out! Tell us how you really feel!
Is that Rise-chan?
Rosette will be your commentator. But first, the General has a few words for you all.
Hello, General. Rise-chan was inside the TV too, but something about her seems odd. Despite my perplexity, the big monitor on the stage in the gym turns on when Rise-chan's voice gives the cue. What appeared on it was an oddly dressed...
Teddy?
Yep.
You're all here now. Well then, I'm proud to announce the opening of our very own P1 Grand Prix!
We get the same pun again. P1 Grand Prix? Wait, that sounds familiar. What's the name of the program that aired on the Midnight Channel last night?
Where's that cheering coming from? Was it just a sound effect? I don't see anyone here.
But ignoring that for the moment.
Yuki-chan, you still haven't figured out what's going on? Should I give you a special deluxe smooch to wake you up? Huh?
Wait, that's what causes one of her laughing fits? Oh, no, the cloves.
I'm sorry, but every time I look at you, that hat, it fits you.
I'm glad that Yukiko's laughing fits have made a return. I saw it once already on the TV yesterday, but I still can't stop laughing. I'm dying here. I've never seen a gigantic hat like that sold anywhere. Just too funny.
What's so funny? Are you sure you want to keep laughing like that?
Yes, I'm sure, Teddy.
If you keep it up, you won't be able to reach your most cherished thing.
Oh?
It's just that
Nope.
my most cherished thing.
That's it. I'm angry now. If you won't listen when I tell you things, you'll have to find out the hard way. Bring out the next opponent.
Oh, so who's Yukiko's first opponent? I guess in terms of like how connected they are as characters, it would make more sense to fight Yosuke first. It's no use. It's still funny. I'm gonna die. My eyes are tearing up, my abs are hurting from laughing so hard, but smoke starts pouring out again. Oh, yep, there we go. Once the smoke clears, I see Yosuke-kun? That finally puts an end to my laughter.
Yosuke-kun, I'm glad you're okay.
Of course I am. Now let's just hurry up and do this. I'll take this opportunity to overcome the Amagi challenge in a different way.
What? I don't understand what Yosuke-kun's saying. He's not making any sense.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Isn't it pretty late to be getting cold feet? You're killing the mood here. Hurry up and get ready, Yukiko. Just to be clear, I'm not gonna go easy on you.
Yosuke-kun, what's gotten into you? Don't tell me you really want to fight. Can't you see what kind of mess we're in? We really need to get our act together.
On hearing my words, Yosuke-kun's face contorts as if he thinks I'm being a wet blanket. It's giving me goosebumps. He's never looked at me like that before.
Yikes. Yep, sure enough, Miss Goody Two-Shoes ruins a moment again. You're always like that, you know? Always just going with the crowd.
Huh?
Oh, sorry, that wasn't it. I meant to say you just jump on whatever the easy way out is.
That's not true.
Yet they're jumping on the same things that her shadow was saying as
You
well.
said you thought things over and decided to take over the inn, but I bet you came to that conclusion the same way.
I can't come up with a response to Yosuke-kun's words. Saying I'm just jumping on the easy way out. It's true that during last year's incident I realized there was a part of me that just wanted to escape from everything. That I despised being seen as nothing but the daughter of the upstanding traditional family that runs the town's inn. But in the end, I made up my mind to follow my family's footsteps after all. I was able to defeat those inner thoughts thanks to Yukon and everyone else. Yosuke-kun should know that. He was there. So why?
You tried to act all high and mighty by saying you were determined, but you were just trying not to rock the boat. It's too much trouble thinking on your own, so you closed your eyes to everything. Isn't that right, Miss Goody Two-Shoes?
Some of these are hitting much harder than they... Oh, like with Yous particularly, I think like they were a bit just more random and comedic. But since Yosuke's, they've been getting... Oh, I'm not looking forward to seeing Yukiko confronting Chie and Yu. I thought Yosuke-kun's shadow might have come out again, but he doesn't look like one. His voice and eyes are the same as usual. Even his smile is the same. It's Yosuke-kun. The same one who's always chatting away cheerfully in our classroom. But that's... Oh.
Now there's something you don't see every day. What are you
Flashback?
thinking so hard about, Yosuke?
What was that supposed to mean? But it's nothing.
What? Come on, you can tell me. Here, I'll help you with whatever it is. Huh? What's this piece of paper?
Hey!
Oh. Chie's swipe is much faster than Yosuke-kun's shocked, spastic attempt at defense. This is...
Oh, this is for our guidance counseling.
Oh, the guidance counseling stuff. Yeah, that came out, didn't it?
Don't look at that!
Yosuke still didn't have anything.
Oh, so you're having a hard time deciding on your future.
Can it? Anyway, what about you? Come on, Chie. Knowing you, it must be something incredible, right?
Yosuke-kun snatches the blank guidance counseling form back from Chie's hands and lashes out at her. Unfortunately for him, she answers with no hesitation.
Very funny. I'm all set on what I want to do.
That sounded like you meant it.
Yes, she did.
Did you think I was lying? That's pretty rude, you know. I'm totally serious about it.
Seriously? What about you then, Yukiko? Are you gonna take over the inn after all?
I nod in response to the questions. The conversation shifts to me.
That's the plan. I gave it a lot of thought, but in the end, that's what I'm going with.
Does that make me the only one still undecided? It's impossible. But man, that's amazing, Yukiko. Next to Chie and her whatever pops into my head, I can tell you're set on this.
Hey, what did you just say?
Oh, back. Those memories of Yosuke-kun supporting my decision so enthusiastically make my shock in this moment even greater. Is that how you really feel? That I'm just taking the easy way out?
No, it's not an easy way out.
Sure, fine. It's useless talking about it. An idiot like me wouldn't understand what a goody two-shoes like you thinks. Let's decide this with an easier way. Come, Jiraiya!
Oh. Yosuke-kun summoned his persona. Persona and shadow are one and the same, so they cannot exist at the same time. In other words, the one standing before me has to be the real Yosuke-kun. Any hope that this isn't really him has just been shot down. The words hurled at me a moment ago buried themselves even deeper into my chest. I want to talk things out with him, but it doesn't seem like he's willing to listen right now.
Come,
Then...
Konohana Sakuya.
I'm not just going to stand here and take this. I need to figure out how the others are doing, so I need to fight and win for now.
Well, here goes the
Oh.
first battle. Captain versus Snowblower. Who will
Oh.
Lady Luck smile upon?
Hey,
I'm
luck has nothing to do with
curious
it.
to find out as you are, dear viewers.
Do-do-do-do-do. Bookmark? Yep. Alrighty. And this... With this battle, that'll be the end of the stream, I think.
Final.
Oh, hello! Oh. Okay, this... Ow! Ow! Garrett, I don't... I need to learn how to break out of attacks like that. Oh. Okay, might still be able to make a comeback. There we go. Okay. That felt like a... Yosuke did not give me much leeway there. No. But, yeah, for now, that means that we can resume there at the start of next stream. But, oof. Okay, this is getting fairly interesting. I'm curious as to how these different versions of events, how the story ties together through them. I would assume to probably use story as the canon one. Because all of them say to be continued. I'm very curious to see how that goes out. I'm assuming we'll find out more next stream, next Tuesday. Because then we'll be finishing off Yukiko's, which I imagine will probably play out similar to Chie's and Yosuke's. We'll go through the tournament, Teddy will be there, and we'll fight against Shadow Yukiko. That's what I imagine is going to happen. But Kanji and Teddy's stories should be quite different, because we've not seen pretty much any of their side of things so far. And, yeah, well, at least we know, like, Teddy so far seems to be consistently, he shows up in that classroom, so he does show up there to fight Chie and Yosuke. So there's possibly a fight there, he comes in at the end. Maybe he'll be fighting against Yu in his version? Because I imagine canonically Yu would be the one winning the fights, you know, given he's the protagonist. But Kanji, we know he ends up fighting, from the looks of it, he's going to end up fighting Akihiko at the very end, and getting punched through the wall of the announcement room. Then we've got Naoto we haven't seen anything from. And then it'll be the Persona 3 characters. And then whatever the last two stories are, which I imagine possibly one of them is Yu again, but kind of the continuation. But that's all for another day. So I'm going to start the normal music up again. But otherwise, I will be back tomorrow evening with more Persona 5 Royal. We'll be entering Mementos, and we've got a couple of requests in Mementos to do, as well as we've got to find out some secrets about Marigi's Palace. And then on Saturday evening, I'll be starting up my Metroid Zero Mission playthrough, which I am still very, very much looking forward to. But until then, you can follow me on Twitch, go and subscribe to me on YouTube if you feel like it. But regardless of what you do, I hope you have a good evening, have a great night, and until the next stream, goodbye.